More troubling reports of 911 outages across the United States, and they're not linked directly to the AT&T outages. It's something else going on here, folks. What if you needed help and you pick up that phone and there's no one to answer your call? These are serious, serious issues. Also, we have food shortage updates coming in from you guys from all over the place. We have applesauce shortages spreading. We're seeing Aldi's putting out product that is a lot older, and we're seeing less product showing up on the shelves at other retailers. We have hospital hacks, not just happening here in the United States, not just Canada as well, but over in Denmark. We actually have the second largest hospital was hacked. We have free U-Haul trucks for those of you who are entrepreneur-like. If you want to get a free U-Haul truck in Illinois, we'll talk about that as well, plus a lot of other updates from you guys. Let's jump into it. Welcome to the Poplar Report. I'm Steve Poplar. I'm an accountant by trade, and these are your reports coming in from around the world as well as all over the United States to keep you at the very, very front of the information line because you're getting the best reports out there from trusted sources. We do want to thank our sponsor, Genesis Gold Group. If you have a retirement account and it's in stocks and bonds and other boring stuff like that, but you see the price go up, you see the value go down with the markets and everything like that, if you want to get that into something safe like gold, silver, or platinum, you might want to talk to Jonathan and his team. They do a fantastic job and they can answer all of your questions. So here are your reports. Servant of God says, Phoenix, Arizona. I'm trying to make an appointment to see an endocrinologist. I swear you guys are just like making up some of these words. No, I'm just kidding. You're just trying to make me stumble, right? So looking for a specialist here, the endocrinologist, and I can't get an appointment until August 2024. Serious, serious issues. That's one doctor, and the other doctor is November 2024. November. If you have issues going on, you need to see them before then. And then that was from calling in February. Short Bus says, by checking dates, my Aldi's has put out older applesauce out, older than the last time they bought it. So if you buy applesauce and then you go back to the store to get some replacement and that stuff is older than stuff that's already in your pantry, that's like backwards rotating, right? And we were already kind of starting to see those issues at Walmart of less applesauce on the shelves, as well as a number of you guys talking about applesauce issues where you are. If you have updates on that or other topics, just use the word update on your comment on this channel, and that gets it to the right place. Let us know geographically roughly where you are as well. All right, so Susan from Oregon. I went to the grocery store to do some shopping and picked up a loaf of bread for sandwiches. When I got home and opened the bread, first 3 slices were fine, but then the rest had mold on them. Not happy, waste of money, and I could have bought a couple extra cans for the pantry. This is getting frustrating. And the thing that's just notable here is that this isn't just like a one-off. I mean, if someone was like, I picked up something moldy from the store, you'd be like, okay, you know, I guess that happens every so often. Maybe they forgot to take that one off the shelf, it was that one's maybe sitting on the shelf for a week, instead of getting rotated, maybe someone made a mistake there. But we're hearing these reports more regularly. We're hearing them again and again and again of things that are not past due, right? Things that are still before their best buy date, and yet they're still somehow moldy or old. And you guys keep telling me about these type of incidents, so I'm listening. Short person says, I didn't call them that, they call themselves that. Southeast Arizona just received a letter from Medical Management Resource Group notifying me that our eye clinic in Safford has been cyber attacked and our information is out there. Recently, the medical center in Safford was also cyber attacked. So what wasn't cyber attacked, I guess, is part of the question here. These are not linked to the Change Healthcare hack that's impacting pharmacies and insurance processing, right? This is actual eye doctor as well as the medical center there out in Arizona. They both were hacked. And we keep hearing about more and more of these eye doctors, dentists, and other medical centers being hacked and the information being leaked. These are, I mean, we have made ourselves so dependent upon internet and our digital identities, our digital fingerprints, right, that we are now reaping the whirlwind. What you sow, you will reap. That's a biblical principle. That's a principle of the universe. If you go out and you make stupid choices, you will receive the consequences of that. And we have. Many people are like, maybe we shouldn't digitize everything. But the federal government's like, well, let's do it anyway. It'll be great. It'll be fun. Morton says, I went to a hospital yesterday. Now, they actually said hospice yesterday for a minor surgery. But I don't think you go to a hospice for minor surgery. That's just Canada, okay? They do that up in Canada. I went to a hospital yesterday for minor surgery. The doctors told me that the day before, yesterday, they couldn't access their systems due to system errors and system hacks. This happened at the second largest hospital in Denmark. Denmark, friends, not just the United States. It just seems to be all these Western countries that are part of NATO. Just drawing a little bit of a line there and connecting some dots. You tell me if that's a legitimate connecting of dots. It just seems to be all these Western countries seem to be having hospital and medical issues. Forshell says, I just went to my Walmart in Page, Arizona. All the self-checkouts were roped off except for 2 machines. I asked the worker that was standing in front of them why the others were roped off. He said that only people with the Walmart membership could use self-checkout now. Is that something new that's going to be coming our way, friends? Walmart membership. Membership costs $98 per year if you sign up now. I wanted to do a trial run of the thing, so I got a deal for $47 back last summer for a year. And I was there like, $47, why not, right? You know, that way I can at least tell you guys how it is. I wasn't super impressed by it, so that's why I didn't recommend it. But, you know, if you really need to get your home deliveries of groceries and stuff like that, then it might be worth your while. But if you're not into that kind of thing, then other than the home delivery, there really isn't much benefit to it. Anyway, so you might need to have the membership in order to use the self-checkout going forward, because at least one store is doing that, and that may be a test pilot program to get everybody to go back to using regular checkers, and the only people who can use self-checkout are the people ones that are going to have their membership attached to it, so they can revoke your membership if you steal something. Anyway, maybe I'm reading into that, but I think Walmart and these other stores are realizing that they need to cut costs somewhere, and the easiest place to cut costs is to cut the shoplifters, which, honestly, I'm not too disappointed with. Of all the things they could do to raise more money for Walmart, cutting the shoplifters sounds like a good plan to me. Let's endorse that one. And as an added perk, it means they have to put more people on the checkout lines. So they got more workers working and less machines. You know, win-win, right? I don't think this is going to go over well here, as we are a tourist town. This is in Arizona, right? And Walmart can be very busy. Most of the teller machines were replaced by self-checkout machines a few years ago. It's very simple. Walmart just needs to go over to Aldi and hire the Aldi checkers that are being replaced by the self-checkout machines over at Aldi, because if you've ever been to an Aldi, you know how fast those checkers are. Man, they cut the lines down by half at Walmart if they just use the Aldi checkers over there. They're fantastic. I was very disappointed, you know, because they started putting the self-checkouts in Aldi, and I was there like, but it's going to take me longer to do the self-checkout than it would be for them to. Anyway, I was kind of disappointed when they got rid of all the tellers. Kimberly says, Coos Bay, Oregon. Very dangerous. Yesterday, my son bought a package of chocolate chip cookies from grocery store. Best buy date of June 2024. 2024, June. While driving home, he opened them and ate 5 cookies. And when he got home, I opened the package to find white mold all over the cookies. That's a few months before the best buy date, right? And that's not even the expiration date, the best buy date. He immediately went to the bathroom and regurgitated. Fortunately, he only got mildly sick. Thank goodness for that. He did not have to go to the ER, thankfully. 2 weeks prior, my granddaughter got violently sick after eating a chocolate bar that she said tasted a little funny. A month ago, my grandson's girlfriend ate some fiery flavored chips with a best buy date of May 2024. That was a month ago. Within 20 minutes, she was vomiting. Purchasing food with good expiration dates and the food already being spoiled is becoming more common. It is. You got to watch that stuff. You remember back, let's just go back in our time machine 15 years ago, 10 years ago. Did you ever have to worry about food being expired? There were some things, like day-old baked goods and, stuff like that. But stuff in bags and stuff in boxes, it just didn't go bad. Unless there was a puncture in one of the bags or something like that. You saw the puncture in the bag and you're like, that's why there's mold, But sealed bags being bad, that just didn't happen. Correct me if I'm wrong. Am I just being nostalgic for the 2005s and 2010s? I don't know. Snowfish says, spoke to a GM at U-Haul in Illinois. So if you want a free U-Haul, just listen up, okay? They were told by police that they can no longer report trucks that aren't returned as stolen. The laws in Illinois have changed, and not returning a U-Haul is now a breach of contract. So they basically have to sue you in order to get their truck back now. They have to take customers to civil court to get the vehicles back. But until it actually processes through the civil court, it's your truck. It's like being evicted. You have to get evicted from your U-Haul. How insane is this world getting? Everything that was up is now down. The criminals run rampant all over cities and they don't get charged with anything. And then we see good people protesting. They're just coming out that some of the protesters that were protesting at an abortion clinic, they're gonna have 20 years for protesting within the invisible line that the judiciary has said you're not. You can protest anywhere you want, but you can't protest outside an abortion clinic. You can protest right outside of a church. You can protest wherever you want. You just can't protest anywhere near an abortion clinic because they're special. Okay. You can protest right out in front of a boomstick shop. That's in the Constitution. That right. That's an amendment to the Constitution, right? The Bill of Rights. But this imaginary right to take out your baby is not there, and yet somehow that gets way more protection. Good people singing hymns and protesting, decades in jail, people who attack police officers get let out scot-free. Absolutely sickening. FAFO, so if you're not into getting a free U-Haul, let's continue. FAFO says the day after the AT&T issue, our local 911 services were down for the entire county in South Georgia. This is Coffee County, Georgia. It's a large county with about 50,000 people. All emergency 911 dispatch for all services was down. Police in the city Sheriff Department, all fire dispatch. No time expected to be resolved when it was reported. So didn't know how long it was going to be down. Friends, this is super important. I want you to pull out your phone right now. If you're watching on the phone, just do it mentally, okay? Do you have your fire department phone number in your phone, in your loved one's phones? Do you have your administrative phone number for the police station? Your local municipality, whether it's your sheriff or whoever the police that would show up at your home if you had a problem. Do you have the administrative direct phone number to their office in your phone? Yeah, okay, well, what happens if 911 is not working, friends? Are you gonna start Googling and trying to find the phone number when you're having an emergency? Don't do that. What happens if you don't have access to the internet? I mean, crazier things have happened, right? So make sure in your phone you have those emergency numbers. If you call the fire department, you'll usually get a hold of the EMS that way. The fire department and EMS is basically the same thing in a lot of places. You can check in to see if there is a distinction. But if 911 goes down, they're going to be manning those phones at their police station because they know that that's the number people are going to call. What happens if you need help and there's no one there to answer the call? Well, you better have a better phone number. That's the first thing, right? Better have a better phone number. Brianne says, the Change Healthcare Optum cyber issue is not just affecting pharmacies. I do billing for a doctor's office and was notified Wednesday morning by my clearinghouse that they had disconnected from Change Healthcare because of the network issues. This is now day 3 where we can't send claims nor get payments from the insurance. Insurance is managed through that network. Pharmacies are used to getting paid right away when insurances make providers wait for weeks. So that while you're hearing about the pharmacy issues, but I assure you it's affecting not just pharmacies, but all of healthcare. And we're hearing that from a lot of people out there right now. And a lot of these doctors' offices, a lot of these pharmacies are kind of working with people up to this point. But there's a certain point where they're going to have to just start shutting things down because they're going to run out of money. If these doctors' offices, if these medical centers, there's only so much money sitting in their bank accounts, right? I know you think that they're made of money, but really where all the money is sitting is in the insurance companies, and that is the truth. Now, some of these hospitals, for-profit hospitals, make some money too, but it's usually not the doctor's offices. It's usually not the dentists. They make a living, but they can't take hundreds of thousands of dollars of losses over a week without going bankrupt, right? Without running out of money. So be understanding of the folks that you're working with, but realize that this is the insurance companies who have made the system so complicated that it has all sorts of linkages that are breaking right now. All right, friends, please do keep your reports coming in. If you want to get some more information from Genesis Gold Group about what you can do with your retirement account, there's a link right there. If you want to check out another video from this channel, there's one right up here. Thanks so much for watching. Steve Poplar of the Poplar Report, out.